Every habit video starts with the same way. Wake up early, drink water, plan your day, and you know the list. And I just want to know why our lives are not already completely different. In today's video, I'm going to show you the one thing that no habit video will tell you. The problem is not that you do not know what to do. You do. You have known for a while. The problem is actually the gap between knowing and doing. And that gap doesn't close actually by adding more things to the list. I'm 22 and almost 23. I am building things from scratch right now. And I have spent more time than I want to admit watching productivity content when I should have been working. That is not a personal failure, that is a pattern. And it has a name. Consuming content feels like progress because your brain cannot fully tell the difference. So before I give you the 10 habits, I want to say this clearly. Information is not your problem. Your environment, your defaults, and your daily decisions are your problem. What I'm going to try to do is to give you 10 habits with the honest version of each. Not just what to do, but why it is actually hard and what makes it work in real conditions, not ideal ones. Wake up before 8 a.m., not 5 a.m. I'm not going to tell you to wake up at 5 a.m. That is performance. Most people who claim to wake up at 5 a.m. are just tired and slightly proud of it. What actually matters is that you wake up before the day starts pulling you in every direction. Before 8, I believe is enough. Early enough that you have some silence before the noise starts. The specific time is less important than the consistency. Pick one time. Set it every night. Do not negotiate with yourself when the alarm goes off. That negotiation is the first thing you lose every morning. The real reason why this habit is hard is because it does nothing to do with mornings. It actually starts at night. Let's say for example that you are going to bed at 1 a.m. That habit is already broken. Second thing, no phone for the first 30 minutes. This one is genuinely underrated, even though a lot of people are talking about it online. If you have only one thing to do when you wake up, and I truly mean it, is to drink a cup of water. Just try it and you will see the difference. The third thing is something that I spoke about early in one of my videos, is that to plan your day the night before, not just when you wake up, and it takes you only 5 minutes. And let me tell you why this actually works. You are not making decisions in the morning when your willpower is already being spent on getting out of bed. The decisions are already made. You just execute. The other thing is one non-negotiable task that you have to do every day. This is the most honest habit on the list because most people's problem is not that they do nothing. They do a lot. They just do a lot of things that do not matter. They confuse being busy with making progress. 5. The 3-second rule for starting. Your brain is actually very good at generating reasons not to start something. It will tell you to do it later, that you are not at the right headspace, that you need to prepare a bit more first. The most common example, let's say for example that you want to revise something, that you are scrolling and you check the hour, you find it, let's say for example 8 p.m. 55. You say at 9 p.m. I will just get out of bed and start studying. And when it's 9 p.m. and 1 minute, you just add another 14 minutes. 6. Work in blocks. Just protect your focus. Now, I'm not going to tell you about the Pomodoro technique because everyone knows it. Just use it only when you are doing tasks that you don't actually like. Because let's say, for example, that you have your calendar and you have a lot of things that you have to do in your day. If you are doing a task that you enjoy, you take no breaks, and this is real. But in fact, you can have, I don't know, a 4-hour work session without even drinking a cup of water or, I don't know, just 4 hours of full focus on one task that you actually enjoy doing. But if you are doing something that you don't actually enjoy and you just want to do it or you have to do it, let's say revising a course that you are not interested in, just use the Pomodoro technique because it's the only way that you can have some space between doing something that you don't like actually. 7. Just try to sleep at the same time every night. This one is probably more impactful than any productivity technique on this list. And it is also the one most people treat as optional. When you sleep at random times, your body never knows when to prepare for rest and when to perform. Your energy is unpredictable and your focus is unstable. 8. Never break a promise to yourself. And also just don't make huge promises and make logic ones. Every time you say, I will do this tomorrow, and you don't do it, you are teaching yourself that your word means nothing. And once that lesson is learned, once your brain knows that your commitments are negotiable, motivation becomes almost irrelevant because you stop believing in yourself. 9. Learn one skill deeply. Stop jumping. I wasted years on this. From jumping to video editing, to designing logos, to designing websites, studying about the human body, human psychology, and at the end I just ended up knowing nothing. Being a generalist nowadays is one of the worst things that, I wouldn't say one of the worst things, but you just don't fit anywhere. That's the problem. And the last thing in the list is just act before you feel ready at 100%. I'm not saying jump in the sea just like that, because you will never be ready for the thing that you want to do at 100%. So just start step by step. Now the real thing. None of these is complicated. You probably knew most of them already. But knowing and doing are different countries, and the distance between them is not crossed by watching more videos. And if there is one thing to take from this is pick one. Only one. The one that if you actually did it for 30 days would make everything else slightly easier. And just start there. Thank you everyone for watching. See you in the next one.